Okay, it is National Etiquette Week, so we're on a best behavior here, and we thought we would brush up on our etiquette.
Yes, because Casey is here now with an etiquette coach. Case, how's it going over there?
We need some help. I mean, I know that I do, and I'm here to help all of you. This is Arden Kleiss. She's an etiquette coach, and I think what's interesting about this segment is when I was downstairs, one of our photographers said, "What are you doing?" And I said, "I'm learning how to be a lady," and then he started laughing, and he was still laughing when I rounded the corner of the stairs. But I know that I'm not alone in this.
Of course not. Of course not. No, we always forget those things we learned when we were growing up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the handshake is something that a lot of people apparently pay very close attention to.
They do.
So what is the correct way?
Yeah, so let me tell you, our handshake talks behind our back, and it says if we're nervous, we're unsure of ourselves, or if we're confident. So we want to be sure we have a good, confident handshake. So it starts with eye contact. You've got great eye contact, yes.
Okay.
And we start with the thumb up so that we touch all the way into web to web.
All right.
And our fingers are wrapped around each other's hand, firm but not bone crushing.
Okay.
And then 2 to 3 pumps, and then we let go. We don't want to shake that person's hand off.
Now I'm going to be like, wait, 1, 2, was that 3?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, that's
Cap
pretty
them
good.
out.
I can do that.
You can do that.
All right.
Good job. All
Man
right.
handshake has been fixed. What about when I want to talk about from the host's perspective, when you're setting up the table to have guests over, where does everything go? What is the appropriate placement?
Okay, so here's a really easy way to remember where to put everything. Fork and the word left have how many letters?
4.
4. So fork and are always on the left because they share the same number of letters. Knife and spoon have 5 letters, so does the word right. So your knife and spoon always go on the right.
I like that.
All right, so here is how you know where to put your bread plate should you have a bread plate and your glasses. Go like this, Casey. So your left hand makes a B if you're looking at it. So that stands for bread plate. Bread plate's on the left because it's on your left hand. And the D, there's the D. What do you think that stands for?
Drink.
You are so smart. Drinks. Your drinks are on the right because that's your right hand.
Okay.
Yes, and then how about which utensil to use? Do you know that one?
I feel like you work your way from the outside in.
That is correct, yes. So always start with the utensils farthest from the plate and work your way in. That's exactly right.
What's this little guy?
So this is the dessert spoon, and you'll often see a dessert fork with it. And the way to remember where to put those, should you choose to have them on your table, is if you were to pull them down, they would end up on the right side. The spoons are always on the right, the forks are always on the left, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, how do you handle an awkward situation, especially when you're sitting at a round table and everything starts to look like this?
Right, it's all
Let's say
pushed
you're sitting next to
together.
someone who bogarts your bread plate. Now, how do you handle that? Do you then steal the one to your right, or do you nudge them and say, "I'm sorry, sir, but you're using my bread plate"?
So we never tell anyone, we never point out anyone's bad manners.
Darn it.
I know. So if the bread plate, your bread plate's been taken, then you just use your regular plate and you put your bread there. Yeah.
Okay, fine.
I know. So Casey, what's a big pet peeve, etiquette pet peeve for you?
Mine is driving. Mine is when I'm driving and somebody cuts me off, and then I don't get the thank you wave. And then,
about this.
Oh,
what were you saying?
I was talking about my driving pet peeve.
Oh, that's right, your driving pet peeve. Oh, that's a big one. How about when people pull out their phone in front of you?
I hate that, yes.
Oh, I know.
Right when you're in the middle of talking and you're like,
yes. You're like, hello,
so don't do that, right?
Don't do that. That's a big one. Yeah, that's a really big one. Anytime you're with someone, keep that phone and put it away and turn it off if you can, so you're not tempted to take it out and want to, answer that text or look at that email.
Put the phone away. Arden Kleiss, thank you very much.
You're
It's
so welcome.
KleissEtiquette.com for lots of really great tips. Guys, put your phones away.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
I'm looking at you.
Well, yesterday for Mother's Day brunch, that's exactly what we did. We forced everybody put the phones away, and that included the adults, and it went okay.
It went okay.
Well, a couple of small snafus, but it's a great plan.
And those are great tips. I almost feel like I could know etiquette at this point. Maybe not, but they were pretty easy to follow.
Dare to dream.
Case, thank you.